Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Muz Show. Okay, so today is the eighth episode. We have successfully completed 1 week of the show, 1 week of the show, and it was super amazing. And coming live on a daily basis, it was really awesome. So just to celebrate that, I'm gonna go back to all the mistakes that I made, and I just wanted to talk about every single mistake that I made for the first funnel that I actually got into and made it personally. And so I just wanted to reflect on everything because it was totally relevant with the topic of today's show, which was the 99% why 99% people fail in funnel building. So all of it was going to be totally relevant, so I wanted to just go back and be an example for all of you to not make the same mistakes in funnel building. Okay, so all of these mistakes cost me more than $1,500, so I have already got all the expenses together to show it to you guys, but it's gonna come up later. First I want to cover all the reasons. Okay, but before diving in inside of the whole presentation that I made, I want to give you a back like the context of what I made the funnel for and what was the funnel all about. Okay, so the product for the funnel was this building the path. A while ago, if you have been following me, you would already know that I made this. I actually wrote this small book, which is building the path, which was like a 50 or 80 pages book that I wrote. It was completely directly implementable stuff with more than 30 chapters in it, which was totally going to transition you from being somebody who is doing something, who is passionate about something but has no idea on how to convert it into a business. So I made a whole transition of 5 simple steps, which was step number 1 was of identifying what is it that you love to do. Step number 2 was actually going out and setting some goals for yourself, and step number 3 was creating a social media base so that you can come in front of people. And finally, in the fourth step, you will be getting clients for whatever it is that you love to do. Even if it's singing, even if it's playing guitar, you will be getting clients for it. And finally, in step number 5, you will be building funnels. So this building the path book was all about it. And all of these things that I have added along with it, this just creates this whole stuff as an offer. Now yesterday or 2 days ago, I actually talked about the difference between a product and an offer. A product is basically one stuff that you are trying to sell to your audience, and the offer is basically a collection of different products along with the bonuses that just increases the value, but the price point remains the same. Okay, so I added all these products, which is the big 7. It was kind of a resource that I made. And over here it's Instagram traffic secrets, 5 ways to drive free traffic to your Instagram page. And I also wrote this small ebook about 33 money making secrets through Instagram. And over here, this is a playbook that I wrote of building the path solution in cooking niche. So I actually got ahead and solved the whole building the path ebook, which was like completely implementable stuff, right? So I completely solved that inside a cooking niche. So it's like, if you love to cook, then if you purchase this whole bundle, it's going to be like a jackpot for you, because you will be knowing how to get clients, you'll be knowing how to build funnel for this particular niche and all of it. Okay, so I made it so that people could understand how they can implement it in almost any of the niche that they are in. Okay, niche specifically means your interest, whatever it is. It can be singing, dancing, swimming, or anything it is that you love to do, right? And over here, this is secret funnel 1.0. Okay, I actually made a separate funnel for you guys, for everybody who would purchase this. Nobody did. So inside of this funnel, it was like a complete funnel that I made for getting coaching calls. Now getting coaching calls was a really difficult task before this funnel was actually made. I tested this funnel for 1 or 2 people, and it really worked out very well. It was like, this funnel is not used by anybody in the entire world, right? Nobody is using this funnel, and that's why it's called the secret funnel 1.0. I also have another funnel, but I am not including that inside of this one. So over here I also have this. So all of these combined together creates the building the path, the offer. Okay, I made a whole funnel out of it, product launch funnel. I also had the upsell products, upsell offer. Actually, I had 4 different products inside of that, and also the order bump. I had five or six different products inside of the order bump as well. Okay, so I had this whole funnel. The idea was really good, but it failed. Okay, just as you know, if you're already over here, you would know that it has failed, right? Now, what are the reasons behind that funnel being failed? I sorted out 5 big reasons that actually caused this thing to happen. Because at the very beginning, like while I was making all these presentations, I was just going back and reflecting myself to all the mistakes that I made. I just listed down, I could possibly list down all the 5 big mistakes that I made. I just got back and tried to find out which were the biggest mistakes that I made, and here are the 5 reasons that I because of which, like, this whole thing was a flop idea. Okay, I'm not talking about the product, but I'm talking about this whole funnel building process, right? So number one, it was the strategy. Like, I didn't put out any strategies for any single funnel that I made at the very beginning. Okay, I made 2 funnels. For the lead generation funnel, which worked really good. Out of 100 people, 98% conversion rate I was getting in it. I got more than 1700 leads. But at the same time, the second funnel, which was the actual funnel where I was selling a product, it didn't work out because the strategy was really bad. I didn't have a proper strategy. I did plan the funnel, which was like getting the upsells, getting the order bumps ready, getting the product ready, getting the sales page ready, sales copy, writing all the sales copy, doing the videos, video presentations, so that I could explain what this is all about. I did plan the funnel, but I didn't plan out who is it going to be for. I completely generalized the audience. Now, what do I mean by the audience and generalizing? Audience specifically are those people who will be purchasing the product, right? And if we do not have the audience right in front of us, then it doesn't really make sense to make a product, right? You do not make a product for and then go out and find the audience for it. You first find the audience and just solve their problems by making a product for it. Okay, you see where the mistake was made, and this is the reason I actually generalized the whole audience into 2 categories. Number one were the students, and number two were small businesses, and I combined both of them together inside of one particular product. Okay, and that's a really big mistake that anybody can make. Okay, like, you need to make the product according to a group of audience, not make a product and then find which group of audience will be actually fitting inside of it, right? And the second one was the marketing strategy was not at all started until the funnel was complete and ready to go. Now, I actually made the whole funnel ready. I did the product creation. The whole funnel was ready to go, and then I was thinking how to drive traffic to this. Right? I was like, the marketing thing. Marketing basically means getting this funnel in front of the people, right? I had no idea where to get traffic from. I just made the funnel, and after that I was just sitting down and looking for, okay, where do I get traffic for this thing, and who will be people who will be the ones who might be interested in this. I had no idea about that. Can you even think? You cannot make something and then find the audience for it, right? Always remember this: you make products for the audience. You don't make the products and then find the audience. Okay, so that's the first reason. The second is the traffic, of course. About the, just as I mentioned right now, the marketing I didn't started market strategizing before I completed the funnel. So the second reason is traffic. I had no idea where to bring the traffic from. Okay, like, I didn't even start looking for traffic sources until I made the products ready. Okay, I just completed making products. I completed designing the funnel, and after that I was going out and looking for different traffic sources. Will I do it organically? Will I do it paid? Or what would I actually do? So I had no idea about that. And the second thing about this traffic is, I just left the previous account and then I made this whole stuff, right? The previous account was actually at 12,500 followers, okay, where I had all those designers, but I left that and I transitioned into a new account. And then after 3 months of transitioning into a new account, which was like at 200, which is still at 500, I don't know, but 398 I guess, which is still at that low. And after that I tried to put the funnel out. No source of organic traffic, so I had to go for the paid traffic, right? But I had no idea who will be the audience. right? I had no idea where to drive traffic from. Neither was that for free or the paid one. I had no idea where to get the traffic from, right? And the third reason was the product. Okay, now what is wrong with the product that I made? All of these products will be really helpful for people, but what's the main thing? Why was it a complete failure? Because the product creation started after I got into ClickFunnels. Now ClickFunnels, if you guys do not know, ClickFunnels is a software which actually allows us to build the funnel. Now you do not have to learn coding, or you do not have to learn all those computer languages to actually make a website. It's already done by ClickFunnels software. ClickFunnels software actually has it, and all you need to do is just go ahead and I'm really sorry. So all you need to do is just go ahead, drag and drop things to actually start building your own funnel, right? So product creation started after I got into ClickFunnels, and this software costs $97 every single month. Okay, now this whole product creation took me 2 to 3 months, okay, to put together all these 15 or 16 products that I made for this particular funnel, and all of it took a very long time to make because I wanted it to be highly valuable and I didn't want to just throw random stuff to people. So that's the reason I did it. Every single time that I got out and made a product, I spent at least 1 week or 2 weeks into that, into just writing it, and then I gave it away to somebody else to design it for me. I didn't even do the designing. Okay, so it took me a total of 2 to 3 months to put this thing together, and product creation started after I got into ClickFunnels, which was a huge mistake. Okay, you have to make products way before you even start making your funnel. So another reason was the product testing wasn't done in a proper sequence. Now what do I mean by this? At the very beginning, when I already made the products, right, I wanted to test the product. Of course, if you do not test the product, it doesn't really mean anything. People won't be buying anything which doesn't have any social proof, right? So I went out, I searched for some free people who will be actually getting inside of this and then going through this entirely, so that they can get an idea and also get some result for whatever it is that they are doing. Okay, it can be anything. So I got about 5 people inside of this whole thing about building the path process, and everything was for free. Okay, just believe it, everything that I was doing for them to actually make this thing happen for them, it was completely for free. Now you would already know the result. If you do not pay for it, you do not pay attention to it. Okay, so none of them paid attention except one. Okay, I will be saying except one person. Nobody else went out and actually executed stuff. They all wanted to clear their doubts, they all wanted to actually learn a lot of things about from me, but at the same time they won't do what I'm actually asking them to do. They are too busy for it, so they didn't pay for it, so they are not paying attention to it at the same time. So it wasn't done in a proper sequence. That's the reason I couldn't get a testimonial, I couldn't get any social proof for that particular product, because of also which it was a complete failure, right? Because if the product isn't proven, it doesn't really work out. Okay, so I didn't figure this product testing way before I actually made the product, or way before I made the funnels. I started doing it after I made the funnel ready. Like, can you even imagine the big mistake that I made over here? So I didn't have any testimonials for the product that I was trying to sell. Okay, and this doesn't mean anything. If you haven't got testimonials, you shouldn't even get into product selling. Okay, so that was the third reason. The fourth reason is success stories. Okay, now what do I mean by success story? Success story is basically a result that you get from 2 to 3 people, right? Suppose you are a really brilliant swimmer, right, and you're doing you have gone into Olympics for swimming, for example. Okay, and now you want to teach all those people who are swimming aspirants. You want to teach them how to swim like a professional, and then head on to the academics level, and then from the academics level to the professional Olympics, and then so on and so forth, whatever the procedure is. So once you get one person inside of it, there's a success story, right? Similarly, if in the case of music industries, if you are a really amazing musician and you can teach it to 2 to 3 other people, and you can get them the same results that you are getting right now, then that becomes a success story for yourself, right? There are several other coaches who have got enough testimonials or enough success stories of students who have made more than 100,000, 6 figures, 5 figures, or even 7 figures, right? So that's exactly what a success story is. And what my mistake was, I didn't have any success story. Okay, now I have got clients, but at the same time, I do not have any success story of any client. Now, what do I mean by this? I have made funnels for 2 people. Okay, 2 people. The first person didn't have the money for marketing, and as you know, if you do not market, it doesn't work. Okay, if you, whatever funnel you make, whatever products that you have, if you do not market the product, nobody is even going to know that there's a product that they have to purchase, right? So how can you get it in front of people? It's organic way isn't everything. You have to get into paid advertising after some time, right? So that client actually didn't want to get inside of paid advertisements, or didn't have marketing budget, or didn't even wanted to get inside of this marketing thing, right? He just wanted to sell it to their own audience. So it doesn't really mean anything, right? And that person went off. The second person that I'm working with right now is going to be a huge one, and I am pretty much sure about it, and it can be a really good thing for myself and for him as well, because I'm trying to get work on it full time so that I can give him the best of my results, right? So currently there are no success stories, and that's another reason for the funnel for being a failure, because there was not enough social proof. And lastly, and number 5, which is the cash flow. Now why do people need cash flow for getting inside of sales funnels? Again, there are several things that needs to be paid inside of a sales funnel, right? There is a software, there are different other stuffs that need to be covered, like the mailing software. Then there's advertising cost, and there is marketing cost, and strategizing cost, and actually funnel building cost, then hiring somebody who is doing the copywriting stuff for you, and all of those costs that goes inside of it. Even the domain names, from the domain names from to the professional email addresses, and all of that goes inside of the funnel building itself, and it's a huge cost, right? And it needs a minimum of cash flow on a monthly basis, and I will say a guaranteed cash flow of $1,000 every single month for you to put your product out and actually test it with your audience. Okay, and if you cannot do this, if you do not have it, then you cannot actually get inside of funnel building at all. Okay, and that's what the mistake that I made, right? I was actually having just one client when I got inside of funnel building, and he was paying me $500, but at the same time I was also doing some other jobs, some part-time work or freelance works, which was which would get my monthly income to a bit of 750 or sometimes 800. There was a time when I got into 2 months 1500 stuff as well, but it isn't that fixed, right? I had a fixed income of 500, and that was all. So I was totally depending on one person, and that's not how business works, right? If you want to get inside of the business, then you cannot depend on one client to actually run your business. You need to have multiple clients. So if you only have one client, then you need to go out and find out more and more clients for your thing, and actually get a cash flow of more than $1,000 every single month, which is guaranteed to be put on the table for you, right? You cannot depend on one client. So, and then lastly, the third one is I didn't set the goal that I wanted to achieve, which in turn didn't help me to set the marketing budget or the budget of all the expenses that I had to make. Okay, there was no budgeting at all, and that's a really big issue, because if you do not do the market research, if you do not find out which is the cheapest option, and at the same time which produces the most quality, then it doesn't really work, right? And it was kind of a totally messed up situation of maths, right? If I told earlier that maths is a really major part of any particular business, and if you do not have that maths figured out at the very beginning, then it's going to be totally a messed up situation for you. And that's what it was for me as well, right? So these were the 5 big mistakes that I made. Number 1 was the strategy, I didn't have the proper strategy. The second one is the traffic source. I didn't have the traffic source figured out before I actually started making the funnel or the product. The third one is the product itself. It had many flaws, plus it didn't have a social proof, or it didn't have a product testing mode which was really proven to work, right? And the fourth one is there was no success story. And then finally the fifth one is the cash flow. I didn't have enough cash flow that came in entirely every single month, which was guaranteed. So why are these reasons of mine the same ones for 99% people who attempt to make funnels? Now, who are the people who attempt to make funnels? Most probably they must be coaches. They might be business owners, small business owners that want to scale their business with sales funnels, and those are the people, right? So why do 99% of them actually fail? Number one reason, it's too much work. Okay, see, funnel building isn't like you start today and it's done by tomorrow. No, not at all. My first funnel took me 4 months to make. 4 freaking months. I'm not talking about going ahead and actually putting the elements down inside of ClickFunnels. It took me 2 days or 3 days to actually do that. But funnel building is an entire process which includes product creation, which includes actually getting on the testimonials, putting them together, and adopting, creating an offer, then making all those offer happen in the real world. Then there are so many things that need to be done, right? And there are huge expenses that get inside of it as well. So it's too much work that gets inside of funnel, and people do not want to make all those changes inside of that pre-existing business. Now there was a video when I made about, when I actually compared how sales funnel can double the revenue, right? And inside of that video I talked about how a landing page, people are using landing page to sell their products, individual products. For example, they have a course and they just have a landing page where they sell it, right? It's working great for them because they are actually driving traffic to it and they are making direct money from it. Okay, 100 people buy, they make $700, they are happy with it. But they do not want to shift to funnels. Just they do not see that they are gonna make twice the money. Okay, they are gonna influence twice the lives. They aren't seeing it with the perspective from any other funnel builder is looking at funnels with, right? So they think like it's too much work that they need to put in. The second is lack of strategy and proper planning. They do not have enough knowledge. Actually, it's not their fault. It's just about the lack of knowledge about sales funnels. They do not have any idea on how to actually plan their funnels out, on actually how to plan on selling their digital products out. So this is the reason that people like funnel builders need to come up and show them all these things. For example, Russell Brunson actually covers a major portion of this funnel building world, right? But there are several other countries which do not even know who Russell Brunson is, right? Just look at your hometown. Do people know who Russell Brunson is, or what even sales funnel are? No, people do not know that, right? So they need to get aware of this thing, sales funnel, that can help them double their business model, right? So lack of planning and strategy, lack of knowledge, they do not have that. So that's the reason they actually even if they try to get inside of this funnel building process, they fail because they do not know how to actually make a proper funnel, right? The third one is little to no marketing budget, or not even they are interested in marketing, right? And there is this very common belief that they already have their audience. Okay, most of the businesses think that I already have my audience and I do not need to market anything. People are buying from me and I just need to sit here and people will come up on my door. It doesn't work like that. You need to go out and market your product. Even if it's putting an Instagram story, that's also marketing, right? If you are actually running Facebook advertisements or Instagram story advertisements, that's marketing. Okay, if it's in a free way or a paid way, it's marketing, right? So they need to have a marketing budget set, even if it's for advertising or anything. And lastly, not at all ready to accept that their present system is actually making them leave twice the money and influence on the table. Now they don't have any idea, or they do not have any interest to actually shift to sales funnel and actually accept this, that my current system is not that relevant and isn't making me a lot of money. they are just assuming that we are making money right now, and if we are too insecure to shift to a system which we haven't tried before. And this is the biggest thing that we need to cover to actually get them understand this whole thing about this funnel, making funnels, and how is it beneficial for them, right? So these are the reasons why 99% people who attempt to make funnels actually fail. So whatever reasons that I just mentioned over here, all the 5 reasons, how can they sum up to $1,500, which is like insane money, isn't it? So how can this particular amount sum up to this big thing? Now, number one is my foolishness to not have a proper strategy the right way. Like, I didn't actually do the strategizing in the right way. I just planned out the funnel, and I just planned the funnel out and nothing else. Not the traffic source, not actually going out there and doing the product creation or product testing properly. And that was the most big, or the biggest mistake that I have ever made while making my first funnel. Okay, so along with this thing, which is priceless, I also had all these expenses, right? Number one was ClickFunnels software. I spent 5 months in ClickFunnels, or 6 months actually. I paid for 6 continuous months, which actually costs around $97 every single month. So it will be nearly $500, right? And then there was a mailing software that I had to use to actually mail people in masses, right? And this mailing software also cost money, right? It was like $25 a month, and I actually got this for 3 to 4 months, I guess. And then there was Envato Elements. Envato Elements is a software for it's a website where we can get stock images, stock videos for whatever it is that we are for whatever we need to get the stock videos of, right? So Envato Elements and then Placeit, all of these are subscription based softwares or tools. Okay, so I had both of these. Envato Elements cost around $37 or $31, I guess, per month. And Placeit, I got this for 2 months. Okay, just 2 months. And Placeit, I just got it for 1 month. It didn't cost a lot, $15 or $10, I guess. And then comes the product creation. Product creation just got into my head. It was like a lot of work needs to be done inside of product creation. It's not just designing the product, but also the person who is going to design it. It was like a completely strange thing in my mind that I had to go again back on them on a daily basis, again and again and again. It was complete headache to actually do the product creation. Plus it costed me around $250 to do this. Okay, so it's azan time, so I'll be keeping quiet for 2 minutes, just 1 minute, I guess. Okay, so where was I? Okay, in product creation. Yes, so product creation costed me around $250, I guess, $220 to $250 to actually do the product creation. Then the advertiser did the advertisement for just 2 weeks, and she took around $100. And the advertising budget itself, it was costing me a lot back then. I ran a lead generation campaign. I actually ran a traffic campaign to get people inside of my Instagram account, and then on my another funnel. So advertising was also a big headache for me. Also, I invested in learning in this whole funnel building process on myself. It costed me $97 to actually get inside of this one funnel away challenge, which was really awesome, and I learned a lot of things inside of that. And then of course Photoshop. I have been paying for Photoshop subscription for 11 or 10 to 11 months now, which is not at all cheap. And it's totally increasing every single year, so it's insane. So all of these costs come up to $1,500 or even more. I haven't actually done a specific maths on it, like actually counted it, but it does cost more than that. So all of these costs that I had to incur, and for what? Nothing. Okay, it wasn't for anything but the learnings that I got out of it, and that's all. Okay, so still it was valuable because I learned a lot of things out of it. And at the same time, whatever I spent, I do not regret even spending $1 on any single thing, because I took the best out of it, even if it's in learning, even if it's in actually getting a big lesson of my life or something. I got out of it, right? So I did not actually regret spending even $1. So finally, how could you save all this money and build your own funnel when you are ready to build it? Okay, see, it doesn't really matter if you do not know anything. You can just learn the funnel building process, and you can apply the same stuff, all these checklists for your client. For example, you are approaching a client. You just have to find these 5 things out and ask them, do you have a strategy for the funnel, or have you actually done the proper research about your niche and what are the different things that people are selling or anything. The second thing is, do you have an audience who want to purchase? Do you have that sorted out? Because see, all those people, all your clients are gonna be the ones who will be driving traffic to your funnel, to their own funnel, right? They can have 100,000 followers, they can have 1,000 followers, but at the same time, it's the method that they want to use to actually drive traffic to their own funnels, right? It's not your headache, but at the same time, you need to have these things ready. The third thing is, you have created the product with proper research way before you even start making your funnels. Okay, do not make the same mistake, because it took me 3 months to make the product, make all the products, but it just took me 1 week to make the funnel. Okay, can you imagine these 3 months in between that I had to pay for ClickFunnels? It was all for nothing. It was just present over there. I was making the products. Isn't that stupid, right? And the fourth one is, do your client has already got results for himself and then for his clients, for his own clients, okay, or for his own students? Has he got results for them? Does he have any success story that he can share inside of his funnel? So all of it you need to keep in mind. And at last, what is the monthly income of that client of yours? Is he able to actually hire you? That's the first thing. Or is he actually capable to incur all the expenses that needs to be incurred inside of actually making a sales funnel? Okay, even if that person will be paying you once, he still needs to pay a lot of money while actually running the funnel on a monthly basis. So you need to checklist all these 5 things, okay, from A to Z, all of these things. So that will be all for today's life. I hope it was totally valuable. And all these checklists, if you want, I can give you the PDF file, but it's not, you can just take a screenshot over here, right? So that will be a quick, let's go for a quick recap of whatever we covered till now, and then we'll be opening the round for the live question and answer. So let's go for the recap. First, I talked about which funnel actually failed of mine, the building the path funnel, and then I got into detailed information on the 5 reasons behind its failure, and then why are these reasons the same ones for the other people who attempt funnel building, why 99% people fail in funnel building, and then how all the reasons of my failure cost more than $1,500. I also discussed that, and lastly I gave you a checklist for you to save all the unnecessary expenses that you'd be incurring, because if you do not have the products ready, do not get inside of funnels. If you do not have the cash flow ready, do not get inside of funnels. You will be making unnecessary payments every single month, and it will just be for nothing, right? So that will be all for today. If you guys have got any questions, then just put them in the comments below. I will be back in 2 minutes. Okay, put them in the comments below. I'll be right back. Okay, so Success Speaks. He asks, does this mean I can't get into funnel building if I don't have a monthly security for funnels? You can totally get inside of funnel building, but not for yourself. You can always make funnels for others, for other clients, to actually get the monthly income come in. Okay, now what do I mean by this? If you do not have any skills other than where you are actually making the money, for example, you are a professional advertiser, okay, and you are making monthly, let's say $5,000, and then you have a monthly cash flow in, right? So you can start making your own funnel. But if you do not have any skills with you right now, then you can simply go out and start making funnels for others if you do not have any other skill. For example, if you're learning about Facebook advertisements, go ahead and get clients and start getting results for them, and start working for them, start working for free for them, and then start getting into the paid service as well, so that you can get the cash flow in, and then later on you can actually start on going and finding out your own funnel and finding out your own product that you can sell later on, right? So I hope this answers your question, right? And so that will be all for today, and it was like a very long live. It was about 40 minutes, and I just hope it was valuable. And yeah, so that will be all for now, and I will be seeing you tomorrow in day number 9. I guess tomorrow I won't be doing any live because I'm taking a day off tomorrow, so that I can spend some time with my family, because it's the last Sunday, and I will be spending some time with my family. And this is something that I do on a monthly basis, because my father has a leave on last Sunday, so we spend some time together. So tomorrow I won't be posting anything. I won't be posting the episode 9 today. I'll be posting it tomorrow, so that I can go live on the next day. So that will be all for now, and I will be seeing you the day after tomorrow with episode number 9 of the Daily Muz Show. Okay, so till then, stay safe, stay home, and keep creating for a change.
my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.